Baldur's Gate. Yeah, he really liked Baldur's Gate. And he liked that. What was that one where he like did the in-game gambling kind of stuff? He liked that one too. Genshin Impact, was that one? Something? Really? That's cool. I like jazz and blues. Jazz is probably like one of the only like, you know, free musics I can listen to, and I don't feel like I'm missing out too much, because it's, I mean, most jazz is about whoever the fuck is singing it, right? Or playing the beautiful trumpet or whatever. Do you guys have like a favorite jazz musician? Do any of you like jazz? Maybe I'm old. Am I old? Is jazz so cool? Oh, fuck. Hi, David. You're telling me Zeke is not playing Yakuza Like a Dragon? Like, oh, he absolutely is. I can hear him roaring in the other room. The weave, you so fucking beautiful, honey. You know it. No shit, MMO? I just like it as like background music, especially when I can't listen to any of my own music. It's not bad. There is worse generic music we could be listening to, I guess. Maybe I like jazz because it's some of like the last real music left that's actually like played, you know, by people, not a computer. It's pretty infrequent these days. Yep, I wish I could do that. Honestly, MMO, I would love to do that. Ooh, what's a good soundtrack? Oh my god, you know what actually has a really good soundtrack is that new Netflix show I've been watching, Requiem. It's on Netflix. If you're looking for a good show that's kind of like an eerie, mystery, potentially supernatural thing, it's pretty fucking good, but it's like full of really ethereal, female vocal kind of creepiness, and if you're into that, which I totally am, good soundtrack. I love creepy female vocals. I don't know why. Queen's Gambit was really good. Did you like it, MMO? I really, really liked it. I binged that show by myself on my computer, like in the mornings before stream, essentially. And like after stream when I was just chilling here doing emails or something. Binged the shit out of that show. It was really, really good. Yes, me too. It was so good. Honestly, I think it might be my favorite role I've seen that girl in so far. The girl that plays the main chick. I can't remember her name now. But she's great. She's a good little actress. The first couple things I saw her in, I was like, I don't really know what they're gonna do with you. I hope she doesn't just turn into a pretty face like the Fanning sisters or something, but she's a good actress. She pulled that role really well, I think. And like the whole thing is a lot to do with addiction and, you know, facing addiction, and that was really, you guys know I'm always interested in that stuff. So that was good. If you haven't watched Queen's Gambit on Netflix, please watch it. Not sponsored, not an ad. Do I have to say that? Do I have to say that if I'm just like telling my friends about something? Am I allowed to play music for my friends in my car? How many people can be present for my music at a time? Like IRL. I have questions. What are your favorite game genres? Like in general, like video games? Or are you talking like board game? Well, I guess there's not really a genre of board games. My favorite genre. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know like genre names very well. I know like examples of games that I fucking love. Let me think. If I had to pick a genre, I'd have to like look at a list probably of genres because honestly, like I can't think of. I don't like. I'm not really. I wouldn't say shooters are my favorite. I love shooters, but they're definitely not my favorite. They're like a weird, just side thing I do when I'm like pissed off or something. I'd probably say turn-based, like, my god, I'm brain farting on the name. Fire Emblem or Other Side, games like that. Those are probably the ones that I... Oh, thank you. They've got, like, also roguelike, but roguelike can be like that too. They've got so many aspects to them. I like games that are really complex. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you have to think about and not just one thing. If games, like, if it's a one weapon kind of thing and you just are going through nothing, like a story, I don't really, like, enjoy them as much. But turn-based stuff with combat and, like, a good story or something, probably. It's a tough one, man. Like, I'm trying to just think of all the games I like the games I put the most time into. I love Civilization I put a ton of time into. That's pretty turn-based. Also, Fire Emblem, I put a ton of time into those games. What other ones? Card builders, obviously, like a turn-based card builder. Those are good. I love turn-based card builders. It adds even something else to think about. Like, I like games that, like, add a lot of aspects for me to think about and consider. Because it keeps me brain busy. All right, Angel. Tactical RPGs, maybe that, yeah. It's so weird to me that you love tactics games. It's wonderful, just not what I would expect, I know. It's very, like, honestly, David, if someone hadn't have forced me to play those games as a trial thing, I probably would have never picked one up because when I listen to the description of them, I'd be like, no, I would hate that. But when I start playing them, there's something in my brain, it's like I don't know, it activates a part of my brain that is like really pleasure seeking. It's almost like puzzle solving or something. It's almost like chess. Like I knew how to play chess when I was a kid. My dad taught me, but it's almost like chess. Like you have to think like moves ahead. And I really dig that kind of thing. When you have to kind of like actually interact and like play with moves and stuff like that. I kind of like that. That would give me mucho pleasures. Slay the Spire is really good. Yep, I bought that on my Switch because I was so addicted to it. Slay the Spire is really good. XCOM, obviously. Puzzle games, maybe? Like problem-solving strategy games. I love anything that makes me think. Which probably sounds crazy. But it's true. How's this brush look? Right. Hate it. Oh my god. Well. Trick just started crying a lot. Why is that green? Why are you green? That's a terrible brush. Why do I have you? The original Fallouts? Oh man, many, many, many a year ago. Do I remember them? Vaguely. Extremely vaguely. I think I still hear Trick crying and it's freaking me out. That green out of there. Oh yeah, I'm using Procreate, and then I'm using Air Server is how I get it to go onto my computer for you guys to see. Ow. My back's killing me from hunching. I gotta stop. No more hunch. No more hunch. No. No. No, please. A new marsupial species? Is it cute? Is it hella cute? Dude, they have some of the cutest possums. You ever see a possum in Australia? It is not the same. Our possums here look like giant, scary-ass rats. This is terrible. Cute! Do you remember the first strategy video game they played that got them into those games? Honestly, I think it was Civ 5. How long has Civ 5 been out? Do you guys know? Because I do not have any idea. I love me a fluffy marsupial. That's what I call Zeke's penis.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Ow. Get out of my life, motherfucker. Thank you for the host. Oh, babe, the fuck? You're. Oh, well, I gotta end in a second, you hoe bag. Thanks for the host, babe. What's up, honey bean lover? Thanks for the host. Came out in 2014. Yeah, I think that was my first. I'm trying to think if I played anything before that, just like offhand. Well, I did. Well, if you consider that a strategy game. Did anybody here play Pharaoh? Welcome, Zeke and family. My name's ClassyKatie. Hi. We are talking about our first ever like strategy game that got us into strategy games. If you guys would like to play along, welcome. I played mostly like fantasy games because honestly my mom was convinced I would like shoot someone if I was given a violent game. So I didn't have any like, I pretty much had fantasy games. I had Pharaoh, and then the other game I had was called, oh god, what was it? It was another one like that, and it was like more high fantasy. kind of a builder strategy game kind of thing. Pharaoh was good. I mean, it's actually on sale on Steam right now. Pharaoh was really fun. It was like Egypt. You had to appease people with little statues and build mud pits, clay pits, and stuff. But I think that was the first one I ever played. And I was a kid. That was really long time ago. I think so. Trying to decide if I want to do like a brick wall or if that would be, I think brick. Yeah. Do some random ass bricks because I think it looks better random. I remember playing Dungeon Keeper, and then onto Age of Empires, and then Civ series. Yep, Emmylou. Civ was like my hardcore one. Must have been Command and Conquer. I don't think I ever played that one. MMO. Pharaoh is. I keep getting emails because I think I have it on a wish list or something, and I'm tempted to buy it. Like for as old as it is, it was a great game. It was really fun. And Atari. That was your first game, though. What was your first, like... I guess it doesn't have to be a strategy game. You don't have to answer that question, but, like, what was your first game that you got, like... I don't want to say unhealthily obsessed with, but maybe a little unhealthily obsessed with. Like, what was your first, like... I dumped... like, what was your first game where time disappeared? That's a good one. How are you, Emmylou? How is life going? Do I smell shit? No, I don't. Maybe. No, I don't. Battletoads Skyrim. Skyrim was bad. Honestly, it was Oblivion for me. I actually failed classes to stay home and play Oblivion. I told you that, didn't I, Knives? How I would, like, get ready for school, like, makeup, hair, everything. I'd have my backpack on and my shoes on, and then I would sit down in front of the TV and just play Oblivion. Like, and keep my backpack on all day like I was gonna go to school. Uh-huh. Yeah. That was my, crack game. Man, that was a, Oblivion, though. Such a good game. That and Twilight Princess, I definitely did that. But I think the first game I was, like, truly addicted to was probably Pharaoh. As a kid. Like, I didn't know what addiction was, but I know I used to think about that game a lot at school. A lot. Oh, Emmylou, thank you. I think I might have gotten just a little bit of food poisoning. Because the more I was talking about it with Zach, the more I realized it was very similar to when I was in Germany and I got food poisoning. Just like my symptoms and shit. The fact that I didn't feel gross and like I didn't have diarrhea or anything, I was just like really nauseous. Like icky nauseous, you know? And getting weird ass hot flashes, which, I mean, if menopause is gonna come, like get it over with. But for fuck's sake, don't taunt me like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Booze? I love doing random, like... Is it weird? This is probably one of my favorite parts of drawing, is this stuff. Like, the little busy work to make things look organic and natural is, like, my favorite part. You're just kind of... You're going for non-uniformity. It was kind of like when we were doing that spider web. I love doing this stuff. It's very relaxing to me. I don't know why. Oh yeah, wow. WoW did it to a lot of my friends. Oof. A lot of my friends lost a lot of life to WoW. I mean, it happens to all of us, though. Games, I mean, can anyone... it's hard to argue that life is better than video games because they're not. I remember when Skyrim came out and the memes where, you know, you'd finally go outside and be like, the graphics are okay, but they're not Skyrim. Those were the days. Really, Foxy? I was pretty good at class. If it was a class that didn't base you on like test scores from rote memorization, then I'd do pretty good. But if my class depended on, you know, rote memorization and just test grades, I was done. I'd fail everything. I was completely dependent on extra credit and shit because I was just always a horrible test taker. Like, my anxiety was just off the roof anytime I had to take a test. So I was the person that was like, don't focus on the test, get like A's on everything else, and then the test will be fine. Literally, it's what I'd have to tell myself because I knew I'd be bad. I've never been good at doing tests ever. 'Tis not my fortois. The IRL Skyrim memes, I still say them all the time. And I don't think Zach gets it. I'll go outside and I'll be like, graphics are almost as good as Skyrim. You only understand if you know the rim. I'm the same, Foxy. I am the same. My test anxiety is bad. I don't think I've ever been into a game that way, but I never honestly played much as a kid. I'd mostly just watch my brother. You're like my sister, David. Like, my sister knows a shit ton about video games, but she never really like got into playing them like I did. Excuse me. Like I did at all. She just would sit and watch, and sometimes I'd make her hold my hand if it was a scary game. Like in Ocarina of Time, I remember if you go into under the graveyard where you meet Dampy and everything, there's a part where there's like the creepy, I can't remember what they're called, but they would like run in and cling to you. They wouldn't run. They were like these zombies that would be like, and if you got too close, they would cling to you. And I would make Sarah sit with me when I did that part because I was fucking petrified of those things. Fast moving clingy things, no thank you. Re-deads, yes, those things can go fuck themselves. Hell to the nah. My dudes, I gotta end my stream here soon because we gotta go do our last ever Gone episode. It's not even Gone episode, it's like the round table for Gone. Reliving the horror, my dudes. Reliving the horror. But I should probably take my dogs out and, you know, make a coffee or something. Then it's my time, right, Blaze? I like the quirky games better, honestly. That was like big thing I really liked about Zeke's channel when I first started watching him. You know, a year ago or more-ish. I don't know. No, like way long ago. Ignore me. I loved that he didn't play top titles. That's my biggest attraction to any stream. The top titles, like, I just don't want to watch someone play them. Like, I'll play them probably. They're top titles. But indie games and stuff, dude, that's the best. I love watching people play indie games. It's one of my favorite activities. And that was a huge draw for me to his stream, honestly. Chachi, I love you. Go sleep. Yep, me too. And most streamers, like a Smokelook's the same. He tends to not play the big ones unless he's like having an off day or something. Most of the streamers I watch either do something obscure like art or creative stuff, or they, you know, play indie games and stuff. They're fun. And supporting indie publishers, I think, is important. Because there's a lot of like independent artists and shit on there that you can't eat exposure, you know what I mean? It's terrible to say, but I'm sure someone out there was like, but the exposure. All right. I want to keep going, but I gotta call it. Indie and retro, yep, and I love it, honestly. Or he just like plays, he tends to pull out really obscure games, and some of them I hate and some of them I love. So I think what I'm aiming for with this drawing is like, I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. I don't know. We'll keep working on it. We'll see. But we've got a really pretty looking cathedral window so far. And that's what I got. But I gotta go do, oh, Viana, do I have a bowl? Yeah, I do. One last cheers for the run, and then I gotta go do Gone stuff. The last one. And then Wednesdays are gonna turn into like Zeke and Katie streams, and I'm gonna do his makeup and stuff. It's gonna be cool. Special effects streams, which are gonna be dope. Cheers. All right. Let's bust this joint. Get out of here. Picture.